Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Jacked Joe here today, and today we're coming at you with rated DB. So I haven't done any of this stuff, and it never was rated because it was unrated. Because beforehand, I was doing this before the cards were released. That way, I could actually show you guys some gameplay, kind of with the cards. You know what I mean? But since the cards came out, I haven't done any of this stuff, and I decided to go back to it. I'm not gonna do it frequently because I just don't have enough time to climb a DB, the DB rated ladder. I don't even I just don't have the time to play DB. Because I'm at like the bottom rank pretty much. So like, for me to get up to the top and actually play really good players, sometimes you get like good players, right? In the low end, like this guy I'm playing is actually a pretty good player. He's got decent experience, right? This is his current rated thing, but yeah. Regardless, it's hard, right? Because you can hit someone. It's hit or miss. You either hit like the guys that are really bad just starting out, or you hit the good players like this. Like I said, I settled for this guy, and I only had the time to play two, so I got lucky, right? But yeah, I won't be doing this on a frequent basis. Like I said, I just don't play DB enough, and it's. But the thing is, though, this is very educational stuff because it shows me it's probably the best stuff to learn from because you can actually see like the hands and how I'm playing it out and like how I pilot the deck, right? So it gives you like an insight on like why I'm using certain cards. Like it's very good firsthand information, right? And it kind of makes you feel like you can vision what I'm visioning. You know what I mean? So yeah, so let's just jump right into this here. So this was against 60 card Dragon Link. And yeah, like of course you're gonna see some whack decks. With 60 card Dragon Links, it's not super popular. Like right now you have pure Dragon Link and then you have like the adventure token, but 60 card Dragon Link, it plays like the Thunder Dragon and stuff, so it's a pretty cool list. But yeah, so obviously I'm piloting DDDs, so let's just jump right into this. Now, before I start, guys, I'm gonna have a vlog this weekend. There is a box tourney up at Nerds Cafe out in Woodstock. I'll be going out to that with a few guys, and then I'm just gonna be doing a vlog. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and yeah. Other than that, not much to be said. Just take a look out for that vlog. It'll probably be up Monday or something. So yeah. But anyways, let's just get right into this. I feel like I'm missing something. I was probably supposed to tell you guys something, but I forget. So I don't know. I just want to get into this. So let's do it. So I'm gonna fast forward until. Oh, I just went through that way too quick. But what happened was, I believe I took the roll here. So all right, so we're gonna take a look at his hand here. I don't know if I can shrink this. I don't know. I'm not too good with computer. Not gonna lie. So like, anyways, this should be fine. This should be good enough. So he's got Thunder Dragonhawk. He's got Valor, Gamma, Star Liege, Noctivision, which is like that's actually a super good hand. Two hand traps with the Thunder Dragon. Dragonhawk's really good to have in hand. And then he's got two. He's got Extender plus the combo piece, right? Then I've got Valor, Small World, Ash, Gate, Nibiru. So as you can see, I'm on a 41 card deck, and oh, that's the thing I was gonna tell you. So after this, I'm gonna break down my deck list, show you my side patterns, like what I'm siding out games two and three if I'm going first and second, and just what I'm playing. Like, because obviously my list changes a bit over time, like very slight adjustments. But I decided to go with 41, and I'll tell you why afterwards. So I'll just get into this, but yes, I'm still on Small World package. So what you can see here is three hand traps is great, right? And then I got Small World Gate, which is full combo in itself, because Gate can go ahead. The first thing that I want to do is I want to check with Gate, right? So what I want to do, the reason why I want to check with Gate is because if he ashes the Gate, what I can do is just go Small World and grab Copernicus, because Copernicus, the most useless low impact hand trap here is going to be Effect Valor, right? So Valor effectively turns into a, you can bridge it with Ash Blossom because it has zero attack, right? You can bridge it into either the Kepler or the Copernicus. So what happens is if he ashes the Gate, I can go for a Copernicus and do the one card Gate combo, right? Because I can send the Lamia, go from there, right? And once you have access to rank 4, it's pretty good, especially with the two high impact hand traps, right? So we're gonna go through here, go to main phase 1. Obviously I'm gonna check for the Gate. Basically looking for Ogre Ash there. He's got nothing, so at this point I know I can definitely resolve Small World unless he's just a bad player. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, reveal the Valor, Ash Blossom again. Valor's zero attack, and this is the only thing that they share is 0/0. Grabs me Copernicus. Small World's just so good. You know, a lot of people like say like, you know, Small World's a -1. Like, you have to play the card to understand like how good it actually is. Like, I understand like map's good. Obviously map's good, right? But like Small World and map, there's nothing wrong with either of them. Small World is amazing because it turns any of your combo pieces into any other combo piece, turn them into hand traps, and it gives you very, you may neg, but you can also just turn, when you have two combo pieces, you can just turn one of your spare hand traps into the Baron combo. It literally becomes a Baron line. Like, it's so good, or it's an extender. So you're really not negging. You're getting to what you want, which is ultimately just a lot better than just neg 1. Like, it's a lot more than just a neg 1. You guys gotta understand that. So if you haven't playtested with Small World, if you don't like it, I mean, that's completely fine, right? But if you haven't playtested with Small World, the card's very good. I'm a huge fan of it, and I won't be cutting in the future. I just like this card too much. So I'm going to go next play. I also, a lot of people want to see me put out a Synchro deck. Sorry, I forgot I already added here. So I banished the Two-Face down. A lot of people want to see me on the Synchro version of the deck. I'll probably get that out pretty soon. I tried playing I tried building like a hybrid build, and when I was playing the hybrid, I'm like, this literally is basically just pure. Like, it just didn't really make sense. I was like, there's no point in this. Like, it basically just goes for pure lines. You're always safer to go for the pure lines. So I just trashed the hybrid. I said, no, I'm not doing hybrid. So I might just go to the Synchro, like pure Synchro. Because now in Synchro, what we can do is grab Headhunt. But that's for another video, right? But expect one of those videos out exponentially soon. So I'm going to go ahead, use Copernicus. Sorry, Veiler that. I'm like, sure. Like, I don't really care, right? I'm like, good. I got rid of it for... I don't have to deal with it because usually they're going to drop this on Gilgamesh, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, I still have my 2-card combo. I'm going to use Griffin here, obviously against my other piece. He's going to go Gamma, this is where you Gamma a DD player. If they go for like a Kepler or a Copernicus and they try to go Griffin, right away Gamma. Then there's 100% their turn's going to end because they're going for a 2-card combo. 1 or 2-card combo, right? So once he does that, I'm like, yeah, there's no bluffing this. Like, so he does know the ins and outs of the deck clearly when I see him do that. And I'm just going to pass, right? So he's going to go ahead. I put this on fast forward. So he's going to go ahead and do his stuff. And what I'm doing here is I'm not going to bother ashing anything until he gets to the Chaos Ruler. Because Chaos Ruler is the main issue. The thing is, though, he is on 60 cards. So Chaos Ruler isn't as impactful, but it still is, right? Like, he can mill literally anything, right? Because the deck plus is so hard off of Chaos Ruler that you have to stop it. Like, you just have to stop that. That's their, like, prioritized card is Chaos Ruler. So I'm holding this for Chaos Ruler, and the nib stays until as much as I can go. So I have to hope he just can't extend through it, right? He has a gas hand, though, so I'm going to fast forward up until he hits the Chaos Ruler, because that's obviously we're going to respawn. He's going to go Chain Block. So what he does here is he actually forgets to go... He forgets to go black. He's like, oh, I'm really dumb. I was like, oh, yeah, you missed white. I wasn't going to say anything, but when he said it, I was like, yeah, just take white. Like, I don't care. Like, if you ever play against me, like, unless we're in, like, a super competitive setting, I'm super chill. Like, I don't really care. But if it's a YCS setting, I will grill the hell out of you, just letting you know if you ever play me in a very competitive setting. So, yeah, that's about it. But, so, yeah, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, resolve that. Boot Sector, go off, sure. And he's going to pop. He's now locked into Darks, which I think he tried to do another thing too. So he's going to go Chaos Ruler. That comes up in a bit. Anyways, for now, let's just focus on what's going on here. So I'm going to go next play. So here goes Chaos Ruler. Without hesitation, I drop Ash here. I do not want that resolving. He still has Ashes to the level 9, right? And he can still revive that. So he's still in a good spot, right? But I know he really has no way to stop Nibiru unless he goes for Savage, which... This deck doesn't really aim to go... Like, Savage is like the last resort kind of card I noticed. They don't really go for it too much anymore. The deck's way different playstyle than what it used to be, right? But, I guess a lot more go for Synchros and not so much Savage, but for advantage, right? Because their hand traps is what matters. Like, their 2 onboard disruptions plus, like, 3 or 4 hand traps is way more than enough this format because they have follow-up. So, very, very strong deck. So, here... he's going to go ahead some of the Chaos Creator, and before, I don't want him resolving Chaos Creator because it does some pretty good stuff. Obviously, the card kind of just gives him more pluses, so I'm like, here I'm going to nib him. So yeah, on summon I'm going to nib, and he doesn't have... Yeah, he can bring out Chaos Ruler, and I think that's about it. And I don't know what's in his hand, right? He still has Thunderhawk, which is kind of good. But since I just don't want him resolving that, so I'm just going to nib him here, right? It's probably the most optimal thing to do. So I'm going to nib him, and then, yeah. And then now since I kind of showed you what I can do here, I know he can get a body out, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Now he's going to climb. Now this is where he goes into Nightmare Phoenix. I let it go for a second. I remember Nightmare Phoenix is actually a fire, because I looked up for a second, like, oh, Nightmare Phoenix is a fire, not a dark. For some reason, I always thought this thing was or for the last little bit, because I haven't seen Nightmare Phoenix in a while, I thought it was dark. So I was like, sure. But when he gets up to... the Hark, the Link, he's going to go for Dark here. Yeah. Here, just before he does anything, I said, "Oh, you used Tracer, didn't you?" And then he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, that's a fire." But anyways, he puts it back. He relays his plays. It doesn't matter. So yeah, now he can go with the Haddock. So yeah, he's gonna go deep. He's on DP, of course. He's playing 60 cards. Now, if he's on Dragoon, Dragoon's a huge problem for this deck. Like Dragoon is a pain in the butt. I hate dealing with Dragoon with this. When you're playing DDDs, it's like you have to neg because you have to go into Zeus, and then you have to make sure they fall into your XYZ if anything, because that's your only other out. The Machine X can suck it up, right? But if they're smart, they don't even care about. They'll just let you play because they know you can't out it unless you go into Zeus, right? So, yeah. So next play here, I draw 1 for 1. I'm gonna use Gate because I have I don't have any follow up engrave. I have to resolve Gate here, but I know if he's smart, he's gonna pop, right? So he's gonna go DP, and I'm just gonna scoop. So moving on to game 2 here, I'm gonna take first, obviously, 41 versus 60. I'm gonna pause here and reveal the hands. So I'm gonna go over there. Hand first. Droll and Lockbird, Veiler, Chaos Space, Called by Nocto. So again, that's a really really good go in second hand. That's super strong. Chaos Space. Yeah, Chaos Space can just search the White Dragon. He just goes from there, pitching Nocto. He has Call by for protection. And then Droll, Veiler is actually really good. Now people say Droll isn't that good against DDs. It really can be because going first, we're keeping in all our go first cards. So if we resolve like a Small World first or even the Gate, see with this hand doesn't matter, right? But it's still huge. Like it's still pretty good, right? And he's got Veiler, right? So I don't know what's in his hand, obviously, but so anyways, I've got Ogre. This is a really 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 good hand. I don't know if you guys noticed. This is Ogre, Swirl Slime, Griffin, Orthros, Gate. This is Baron combo plus like Headhunt, plus Extender, plus Hand Trap. It's crazy. So next play. So I'm gonna go ahead. Gonna try to search the Copernicus. Obviously, the reason why I want to search Copernicus is because I go Swirl Slime, use Griffin, summon the Genghis, bring out the banish to summon the Copernicus from hand. Chainlink 1 would be Genghis. You want to make Chainlink 1 Genghis, obviously, and then you just revive the Genghis. You just revive the Griffin, and then Griffin searches you Headhunt, and then I don't have to search Orthros because it's already in my hand, which is pretty good. So then I get Headhunt plus Baron, right? And I think a lot of you guys know how that plays out, right? The Baron combo. So he's going to let this through, which is like really good, but he drolls me. So when he drolls me, which I wasn't expecting, I'm like, that's pretty good. So now I can't search. I already have Baron combo, right? But I just can't search the Headhunt. So I'm like, it is what it is. It's fine. I can still make the rank 6 with Baron and the XYZ. That's literally all I need to do. So here it's not bad, right? But he does have Effect Veiler, so if he uses it wisely, it's going to stop that from happening. I'm just going to go ahead. Yeah, just going to keep doing my plays here. So I'm going to go Swirl Slime. I'm just going for the Baron combo. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Copernicus to the grave. The reason why I sent Copernicus to the grave is because I don't care. So the reason why I'm sending Copernicus here, so I'm under Droll, right? So here's the thing. Sorry, I'm going to need some water here. Hello. So as you can see, guys, the reason why I'm sending Copernicus here and not Griffin is because the reason why you send Griffin is because when it revives back from graveyard, then it adds a card, right? Sorry, guys. I had a phone call, so okay, back to where I was. Sorry, what was I just explaining? Right, I was on the whole thing under Droll, right? So here's the reason why so typically when I'm going for the Brawn combo, and I originally wanted Griffin to hit the graveyard, right? And then revive Griffin to add the Headhunt, but I can't do that because I'm under Droll. So the reason why I sent Copernicus instead is because I can reserve the Swirl Slime to special from hand by just using Griffin, right? So if he has like something like a Gamma or something on the Griffin, I can still proceed to use my Swirl Slime to special out, and then bring back the Copernicus, Foolish Burial, and go from there. It's a little bit more effective, right? I'm just thinking in terms where I can still reserve my Swirl Slime because I don't have to use it here because I have Griffin, right? Because there's no point of putting Griffin in the grave when I'm under Droll. So that's why I just sent Copernicus. I'm like, it's fine, whatever, I'll just put Copernicus in grave. Griffin reserves my Swirl Slime, right? And then I can just go for there. Where I can still normal summon my Orthros on top of that, right? Which is pretty good. So we're going to go next play here. So Griffin's going to use the effect of Special Summon. Special Griffin. Trigger Genghis, and he's smart. He's going to Veiler this. So he knows this deck very well, clearly, if he's going to Veiler this. He did this without hesitation too. I'm like, that's fine. So I can't make Baron line, but now I do have Orthros. Now keep in mind, I'm under Droll again, of course, so I can't add. So I kind of have to think on what I want to do here, what the best route is. And if I really, so the reason why I'm going to XYZ here is because I can still, if I XYZ, it's the safest way to play. The reason being is I'm going to go for King Tail here, obviously because I can't add. Now I can't burn him here, which I don't really care about. The safest play is because if he had an Imperm or a Veiler on top of that, then I basically just have to pass on a Machine X with the Genghis. Now doing this, even if he Veilers even if he throws a Veiler on, even if he throws a Veiler on, oh my god, the Link, I can still keep going because this hit Grave and I can still send cards to the graveyard and do fusion summons, right? I can still send a Typhon and go from there, which is pretty good. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, you know what, this is a bit more effective just in case. So I'm just going to go into this. Yeah, if you can make the rank 4, if you can make the rank 4 before going to the Link, always do it. Typically, just always do it just because it's a safer way to play around. And I know he knows how to play against the deck, so I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to play it safe here. Once I have access to the XYZ, we're pretty safe, right? So I'm going to Foolish the Necro Slime here, and now I can easily make, all I really care about since I can't add is just go for the rank 6 and the Machine X because I still have a Ghost Ogre. He's only going to have 4 cards going second, so this should be enough, right? The Ghost Ogre can stop his Boot Sector, which is what I'm going to hold it for just in case. And Machine X can just kind of shut out his deck alone. As if he can't chain block, he just loses to Machine X. And Caesar's just a pain in the butt for him. So he's top decks Allure. That's fine. I'm going to let that through. And, okay. So, he draws Tracer. Allure's a bit of a weird card, but he's playing the Thunder Dragon stuff. So it actually kind of works really well. Go Chaos Space, ditching the Tracer, which I guess is fine. I think ditching the Tracer is good because he can summon off Boot Sector, so that's pretty good. I'm not too concerned on what he's doing right now. I'm focusing more on what my plays are. I'm gonna let this all resolve, but he's gonna go Nocto here. Now I don't really want Nocto coming out because then it gives him an extra body. So I'm like, okay, well Caesar can do this twice. He has 1 unknown card in hand and he can still add. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make it a bit hard for him and just use Caesar here, which should be good enough because I still have Ghost Ogre. Like I said, Ghost Ogre can kind of be clutch here because he's going to grab Boot Sector. So at that point, I'm kind of playing it out like, okay, his Boot Sector's not going to do anything. The Black Dragon, he might get a Seals at best, and I can perfectly play around Seals. Seals is not a problem. And then I'll still have another negate with Caesar. So I'm playing this out well. So I'm just going to go next play. Again, I'm using Caesar to negate his Nocto. Yeah, other card unknown, yes. So I'm going to negate the Nocto right away. And he's going to call by on Wave King Caesar, which is really weird. I don't know why he did this, but I think that also kind of tells him that he's kind of like, okay, this might screw up his follow-up. It kind of tells me, like, he should have held it. I don't know why he just shotgunned that, but I literally asked him, like, you can take that back if you want. Like, that's not the same card. He's like, no, I know. Because I've had people think it's the same card, and I'm like, when they banish this, I've had the same situation come. I was like, no, it's a different card. It's like the High King and the Genghis, right? Some people get confused, but he said, no, it's fine. So I was like, sure. I think I just win here then. So, could go ahead, summon black. Use Chaos Space to shuffle back, draw. I'm just keep doing this. We got a bit of a lag here, so let's see. What does he go? I can't remember exactly what he goes for here. Yeah, he goes for Dark, which is really weird. Now you know I just straight up win because he's got Recharger. What's he going to do with a single Recharger, right? And then Boot Sector, I have the Ogre for. And I know he has Boots, so I'm obviously saving this. I'm saving the Ogre for Boot Sector, obviously. And this just negates Dark Charmer, and I still have a negation under this and follow-up, right? So I'm like, sure. And I just use this right away without thinking. I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I just take this? I could Caesar it, but it's a lot better to Machine X and save the Caesar. So we're going on to game 3 here. I'm going to go second, of course. And let's see. Okay, so I'm going to leave it pause here. He's got Monster Reborn, Thunder Dragon Dark, Recharger, Lancia, Dasher. So this, honestly, this doesn't look bad at all. For me, this looks pretty good because you can still go into Tracer. Or sorry, not Tracer. You can still go into the Rocket, the Striker Dragon. And he can Monster Reborn and still make a Seals, pass on a Lancia. He can still do a lot of stuff. He has Dragon Dark too. There's a lot of things he can do, but my hand is Nib, double Kepler. Okay, so my name's Nib, double Kepler, Ghost Ogre, Effect Veiler. So that's pretty strong, right? Like that's 3 hand traps and a Kepler. That's really, really strong going second. Now keep in mind going second, I'm not going to have like a Rage package or anything, obviously, because I don't want that going second. Rage, sometimes you want to go in second, but as a lot of you guys know, I'm not on Rage, so... but if I was playing it, I wouldn't have it go in second anyways. Nor do I have the trap, right? So you got to think of this too. So I'm just going to let him play it out. Okay, so he passes, and I don't know why he passed, because he still had plays. Like, he still could have had an interruption plus Lancey, which is actually really huge against me. So anyways, I top deck Griffin, which is insane. Top decking Griffin is just nuts here. So I have 2-card combo, and if that ever gets stopped, he has to have like 2 hand traps to at least stop something happening here. On top of that, I have Veiler, Ogre, Nib. So I'm in a really, really good position. Now he does have Lancey, keep in mind, and Lancey is such a good card against our deck. Like, if you have Lancey and Nib against DDDs and you play it right, there's no way the DD player is winning. It's like way too impactful. Those 2 cards like together are like GG, no re. You might as well scoop up cards with DDDs. It's so hard. I had a Prank Kids player just play it up so well against me the other day, Lancey and Nib, and it was rough. Like, he held his Lancey all the way till my Typhon, and then he waited to nib me until he knew I just couldn't go any further because I had no more extenders. It was a smart play. He deserved that match for sure. So anyways, so here, see, so you think I'm going to grab Copernicus, right? So I use Gate and I grab Swirl Slime. And the reason I grab Swirl Slime, since I already normal summon, I can still grab, if I can grab Swirl Slime and be able to go Swirl and special card back, with Griffin being able to add the Copernicus, that's a whole lot more interruptions that my opponent has to deal with, right? And it's a lot easier for me to play it around Nib because I can still essentially go for a rank 4 play fairly early, right? So that's the reason why if you can grab Swirl Slime, and if you can go for a Swirl Slime play, like as in like you can swirl with a fusion material and then special a card from hand, always go for that play because it immediately is playing around 2 interruptions minimum. It just adds so much leverage to your hand, right? So that's why I grab Swirl Slime, other than Copernicus. Because like I said, Griffin can just grab Copernicus. So I'm going to go ahead, fusion, and yeah, he drops Lancia here, so that changes everything. So when he drops Lancia, what the best play to do is here. Now keep in mind, I'm going second, so I don't have Headhunt in my hand. I don't have in my deck. So not having Headhunt in my deck makes me go like, okay, well, I can't. Originally, if I did have Headhunt, like if I was going first, I could go Swirl Slime. So I'm going to play it out a bit here so it looks a bit more clear. So I'm still going to go Swirl, Send, those 2. Because I can't... The reason why I send these, because I can't banish this to summon a card and then trigger Genghis to special the Griffin, right? So I have to keep Griffin in my hand to extend more. And so what, essentially, if I was under Lancey, if I was under Lancey, what would happen here is I would just fusion summon. I put Griffin in the graveyard. I would, with the fusion and the Kepler, I would link into Gilgamesh, set scales. One of them would have been Ragnarok, and then what happens is I just overlay the link into the XYZ. Ragnarok would trigger revive the Griffin, and Griffin could add Headhunt. But again, I don't have Headhunt in for game 3, going second, so I just have to push for as much damage and see how much I can set up. It's going to be for me to make the rank 4 because I have 2 Keplers, right? And I have to special Griffin on its own, right? And I can't banish Swirl Slime, and I've already normal summoned. So having access to a rank 4, keep in mind I can't like go Orthros and another card in scale, pop them, and then set up like more scales because I don't have any more scales. So it's going to be hard to make the rank 4. So it doesn't matter what I revive here, really. Just going to go ahead, play scales, see what I can do here. Yeah, I can't remember what I said. So yeah, I go Thomas and Griffin just so I could have access to rank 4 on the follow-up. Because I know I can easily survive a turn with these 3 in my hand. So what I do is I just put Griffin to boost the Genghis. Yeah, so Griffin's going to boost Genghis by 500 here. I'm going to go ahead, grab the Griffin back, and I'm just going to go make the XYZ. Because I know I just can't make it. So I'm going to hit him for... Oh, he only took 3, so he's supposed to take an extra 500. I don't think he knew that. Griffin boost, but it is what it is. So this is really all I can get to, right? Like I can't I have no way to make a rank 4. There really was no way because I said if I opened like another level 4, it was just GG's. Because if I could make a level 4, I could just poke at him for game, right? Reduce him to by 1,000, just go for game. But obviously, unfortunately, I couldn't do that, so I just had to hit him for the most. And the XYZ plus 3 hand traps with follow up is way more than enough. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'll hit him leave him at 25, go from there. And yeah, so he's gonna go ahead and do his plays. Okay, guys, back to what I was saying. Yeah, he was supposed to take 2,500 damage here. I just had to go get something quick. But anyways, he was supposed to be at 2,500 life points. That clearly didn't happen. So yeah, that's all right though. We're in a good situation. So yeah, so he's playing his turn out. He says he's bricked really hard. I actually don't think his hand's that bad, but I don't know. It is what it is. I have 3 hand traps and follow up. I'm honestly not too concerned. So he's gonna grab the dragon, the Emperor Dragon, Armageddon, whatever his name is, which is fine. I mean, if he uses the effect to clear board, I'm literally just gonna Veiler it. Can use Dragon Dark, sure. Dragon Dark's fine. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how far he goes because, like I said, the hand traps and the XYZ is a pain for him. Like, the card's so good against his deck. The XYZ, like, Machine X alone can literally just end Dragon Link's days sometimes. Kind of nuts. But yeah, he's going to Tribute Summon for... I really don't know if he knows what he's doing here, but he's going to go for Dragon War. Like, his hand kind of is bad, but it is what it is. Yeah, he's going to go for Verte. Eva. Out of the treats. Eve, get down. Lee, she's trying to get your chips.
No, mine. They're mine.
Yeah, so he's gonna go into Verte here. So yeah, he's gonna go. I have the Veiler for his Verte if he decides to use it. He's gonna use Dragon Dark effect, summon out Hawk, which is fine. He links the Verte off, goes for a Unicorn. He's playing this really weird. I don't know why he went into Verte. He might be playing multiples. I have no idea. He's going to try to spin back. I'm going to use Veiler here. Yeah, I'm going to use Veiler on his Unicorn. He's going to mulligan his hand using, what's it called? Oh, I don't know where it is. Thunderhawk. Yeah, Thunderhawk mulligans the hand. And he top deck Snow and Fusion Destiny, which Fusion Destiny is really good because I don't have Ash. But at the same time, I have Machine X that can just suck it up and then it just gets rid of the problem, right? So, yeah, I'm just going to let him play it out here. Yeah, I didn't realize he sent Thunderhawk. I'm like, how did you just mulligan your hand? He's like, oh, I had Thunderhawk. I was like, oh, I did not even realize Thunderhawk was there. So he's going to pop. I have no cards to recycle off Genghis, which is fine. He's going to go DP. I'm going to use the XYZ to suck it up. So yeah, right now he just has to pop, like he just cleared his own board and yeah, game's over. So yeah, that was just a quick one I had filmed for you guys. So yeah, that's enough of the gameplay. I think what you guys want to see now is like my side patterns of what I'm currently playing for my main deck. Reason why is 41, so yeah, I'll just jump right into that. Okay guys, so here's the list. So as you can see, it's all sorted out for you guys, pretty much. Yeah, so I put it to 41, and the reason why I put it to 41 is because when I did some more math, when I was debating on just going to 41, because I wanted to fit a couple things in, see, I wanted to play the second Orthros and more hand traps, and when I looked at it, it does increase my hand trap percentage by 2. It goes up a decent amount. Sorry, actually, if I have 12, so I'm running 12, I actually have a 48 to 49% chance of seeing 2. But in a 40 card, but when I'm running 41, I think it goes to 46, I believe. I think it's 46. I have a 46% chance of seeing 2 of these in my opening hand. And when it comes to having 2 or more combo pieces, like for the main arterial combo pieces, it only went down 1%. So I went down to like an 85% chance to see 2 or more main combo pieces. So it really doesn't do anything. If anything, it actually helps spread out the bricks. I mean, it's one card, right? But it actually just fits in more optimal space for me. And I get to play the second Orthros too, which can sometimes bridge out for other cards, which is really nice. And having 2 Orthros in the main is nice because, like I said, you can always see it for Baron a lot easier. So yeah. So this is my list now, if you can see it. It's working out really well. Yeah, it's just been crushing people, honestly. Like, it's pretty good. So, and then my side deck here is Ghost Bell, 2 Ghost Bell, double Token Collector, double Lancia, triple Gamma, triple Imperm, the 1 Eternal Darkness, and 1 Call By. So there's no back row hate. Reason being is because DD Orthros. And there's no back row decks, honestly, unless they're playing Cyber Salvage, which isn't even a back row deck. There's literally no back row decks in the format. So yeah, that is what it is. So I want to show you guys the side out patterns here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do a solo match here, and I'll just show you like what my side out patterns are for going first and second, or sorry, going first or second. I was about to say third, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm thinking games instead of my turn plays here, so it's the end of the day, honestly. I'm a little bit out of the mind, but yeah, so let's just go to solo mode here. So we'll go dual room, solo mode. And then we'll go jump in solo mode. Alright, so we don't care about, we're gonna go begin siding here. Okay, so this is what a lot of you guys want to see. So, so if I'm going first, I just try to leave these in. And what I'll do is, if I'm going first, is I'll try to put these 2 in at minimum. If Eternal Darkness is going to the matchup, but for sure, Call By. And then like, what I'll do is I'll like shrink the hand traps, right? So like, say like Lancia is good against something, right? What I'll do is I'll go like, okay, 2 Lancias and the Call By, and then I'll just cut 1 of each hand trap, like 1, 1, 1. They'll be playing 2 of each, right? And then I can just see them still. I'll still keep this, but everything else still stays in because I'm going first and I want to see my combo pieces, right? Now, if I'm going second, guys, this is what happens. At minimum, this goes in. At minimum. So the imperms and the gammas, that whole package at minimum goes in, right? What comes out, okay, is this is what comes out. So 3 small worlds come out. You don't usually go in second. 1 for 1 is the last option, but it typically does come out. Your second Orthos comes out. Headhunt comes out. This comes out because these are all going first cards. The Phantasme also comes out. So right now here, as you can see, I can swap these cards because it's 7 for 7. Now if say there's 8 cards, like say I want to go like 2 and then go 2 of these, I gotta take another card. It'll be 1 for 1. So this is my siding patterns, right? So going second, I'm gonna take this out, the Orthros out, the triple small world, the field spell, the headhunt, and then lastly will be 1 for 1. But like I said, if I'll keep 1 for 1 in if I can just put in the 3 imperms and the gammas, right? So yeah. So that's my siding pattern, guys. Let's just swap cards to see what it looks like, right? So when I'm going second, I do have, so there's 11 here, right? There's 11 hand traps, and then I put in another 6. So I have 17 hand traps going second in a 41 card deck. I'm typically seeing 2 to 3 on average, right? So yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, I think that's all you guys wanted to see, and yeah, I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll probably try and do more of these. We'll see what happens, but yeah, stay tuned for the vlog, okay? I'll see you guys later.